As a parent, you like to keep your kids safe and healthy. It can be hard to approach us about alcohol and how to make better decisions, but your influence does matter. We see messages nearly everywhere about alcohol, on billboards, in stores, on the TV, in internet, in magazines, and nearly all throughout our community. These messages about alcohol make alcohol seem fun and harmless, like they're a part of growing up. When it comes to knowing what to say to your teens about alcohol, it would be easier if we came with instructions, but we don't. That's why we've asked a doctor, law enforcement, prevention experts, parents, and teens to share with us about underage drinking and how to keep us healthy.
1 in 3 10th graders are saying that they've used alcohol in the past 30 days. And then 1 in 5 are saying that they've had 5 or more drinks in a row in the past 2 weeks.
Drinking's pretty frequent. Every weekend there's a party going on and we hear about it.
Talked to a woman this afternoon, told me her 17-year-old daughter that goes to one of the local high schools. She said she's one of the few kids that are 17 that does not drink.
From the ages of 11 to 16, the frontal lobes of the brain are still developing, and alcohol has a really heavy impact on that.
I think majority of the kids at my school drink just because they think it's cool, they think it's fun, they think it's just something to do.
A lot of the kids get alcohol from their friends that used to go to school with them, and so now they're 21, or they get them from older siblings.
Or parents sometimes.
The legal consequences to parents for providing alcohol to minors is they could be subject to fines up to including a jail sentence.
We've had a relatively casual approach to alcohol use in our society, and sometimes people perceive it as just kids being kids, sort of a rite of passage.
It can affect their grades, their concentration, peer relationships, behavior in schools. A lot of those things change and are affected by the use of alcohol.
As a parent and as a researcher, I think the evidence is clear that the earlier kids start to drink, the greater is the risk that they're going to have problems with abuse and dependence and other problems related to alcohol use.
Parents are the key, and they need to be aware of what's going on in their child's life. They need to talk to their kids.
I think in general parents don't talk enough with their kids about it.
My parents could probably talk to me more about it because I know they haven't talked to me about it at all.
A lot of my friends' parents don't know that they are partying.
A best time parents could talk to their kids would be at dinner time, let's say, and maybe relate a story back when they were a teen.
Although a lot of parents think that their kids are not listening to them, their kids do cite them as one of the main reasons that they choose not to drink alcohol.
Don't pressure them and be like, it's a terrible thing to do, don't ever do it. Don't be like the harsh, cool parent. Be subtle about it. Be like, I don't think it's a good idea, I really wouldn't like you to do it, that kind of thing. Just kind of know your concern. Don't be the angry parent.
I really think that parents need to just stand up and say, not here, not now, not my community, not my school, not my house.
6th, 7th grade is when we chose to talk to our kids, and it really made a difference. You know, as a parent, you're not sure if you want to have that conversation and if they're even ready for it, but we just find some parents wait too long, and we didn't want to be those parents.
Basically, we talk around the dinner table, We talk about the commercials they see, the videos. They're not immune. I mean, I can't watch them 24/7, so letting them have the skill set or a toolkit is real important to me.
I talk to her in the car. I talk to her when we're getting ready in the morning. Sometimes when we're just hanging out doing nothing.
I think it's really important for kids to talk about alcohol with their parents because if a kid knows that their parent supports their decisions in not drinking, then it will encourage them to not.
There's no manual for being a parent, and this is not easy stuff.
Just be open is really the biggest thing. Communication's the key between parent and child.
For like everything.
Yeah, doesn't matter what it's about.
Give them the right message and let them hear growing up that there's positives, that most kids are making the right decisions. I think sometimes parents lose sight of that.
Make sure they feel like they can talk to you about anything. And then if you get like this slight notion that there's something coming up with alcohol, just kind of like, you can talk to me if you need help with this kind of thing, or if you don't think they're willing enough to do it, just bring it up on your own. You have to be the brave one.
I'm Governor Chris Gregoire. We all want to keep our kids safe and healthy and help them be successful, but we don't always know the best way to help them make healthy choices. The Washington State Coalition to Reduce Underage Drinking developed the Start Talking Now website for parents because you are the #1 influence on your child's decisions about alcohol. At Start Talking Now, many parents, grandparents, and other adults have found answers to questions like, why should I be concerned about underage drinking? What facts should my child be aware of? What do I say if my daughter asks me if I drank at her age? I've already talked to my son about not drinking and driving. Isn't that the critical issue? What are the warning signs that my teen might be drinking? And if so, how do I get help? The answer to these and other questions are just a click away at starttalkingnow.org. You'll also get all the tools you need to prepare yourselves so that you can start talking with your children and keep the conversation going.
We have just heard from professionals, parents, and teens about the harms of alcohol and what they can do to us now and in our future. We have brought these tips to you today to help you stay connected with your teens, and we hope you put these tips in action. You have the power to prevent underage drinking.